Hey everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm going to share with you about the activities that I made. I ended up making mine as separate activities, didn't quite put them together as three full lessons, but they can easily be combined. So that's probably my bad, but I'm going to go through these. So for substitution, in a math lesson, in this one, they are using substitution after they complete watching the lesson and complete the problem set. They're then going to create a drawing of parallel lines on Seesaw. So just substituting drawing it on paper pencil for drawing it on Seesaw. And then the next activity that had substitution is during our PBL station time. In this activity, they are broken up into jobs and they're each going to read a Wonderopolis article. And then after that, they're going to complete an exit ticket on a Google form. So here you're substituting, just completing that exit ticket paper pencil for doing it on a Google form. So then moving on to my augmentation activities. For that one, I have this multiplication review activity where they are going to solve this multiplication problem and record a video of them solving it. And then when they're done, the augmentation part comes in when they put it into iMovie. I'm asking them to add a title slide and some soft background music to it before they then go and post it on Seesaw for their parents or parent-teacher conferences. My other augmentation lesson is using Nearpod. And so for this one, the students are learning about what animals need to survive. And so they access the Nearpod, and in that, they'll have to read information, watch videos, answer open ended questions right there on the Nearpod, giving it that augmentation portion. And then for my modification lessons, going back to a math one. This one is modification because they're working with partners, which is an important part of modification that they have group work. They're going to do their lesson and their activity, but then with their partner, they're going to work together to create a Google drawing that showcases the three types of triangles that they learned about that day. So there's the modification for that one. And then the other modification lesson is using Jamboard, which I love for students to collaborate on. This one's for small group reading. And so the students are going to read this story in their small group reading group. It's linked here. And then when they're done reading, they're all going to collaborate on this Jamboard. And on the Jamboard, it has a plot graph, and they get to go in and fill in the different parts of the plot graph together on the Jamboard, which is modification. And then my last one is the redefinition lesson. And for this one, it's kind of hard to explain it in a short amount of time, but my school does something called crews, where we are able to meet with a couple different grade levels, and we put ourselves together and call ourselves a crew, and we do a lot of like team building with that. And it's been so hard this year with COVID. So the idea here is that we would work together as a class to create a little website about our classroom. And so it gives the students their mission. They're going to create a Google site, which is what they can collaborate on all together. And these are the requirements for that site. Then they're going to share that site with their crew classes so that they can go on. And then the feedback, super cool. If you haven't ever done this, check out Google Analytics. We're going to track our site and see what parts of it are getting the most hits from our crew classes that they're most interested in learning about with our class so that we can then revise and adjust our website from there. So those are my activities. Hope you guys enjoy.